college visits. That's just a title, you can hit the next one. Okay, so what does that say? Now everybody see that house? If you can see, this a little dark. Usually they have another screen drop down, and it's usually not that far back. But that's a shacky house. Everybody know, you can see it a little bit. That house looks like a shack. And I did that because what will happen is you will have a lot of kids, and I meet a lot of students when I go and I'm speaking privately to just the students, and I ask them, what school are you interested in? And some of them will say, oh, Towson is my #1 choice. And I'm like, oh, great. What does Towson have to offer that you like so much? They'll say, well, my friend said it was nice, and they went there, and I'll be like, oh, but you haven't visited the campus? They say, no. How can it be your #1 choice if you've never seen the college campus? Students, please stop declaring something as your #1 choice that you've not seen. Because when you get there, it might not be what you expected it to be. So I say to parents all the time, would you buy a house if they told you you couldn't see inside that house first? You can already see what it looks like on the outside. There's no glitz and glamour to that. So most of you will say, never mind, I'm going to go ahead and look for some more houses because this one won't be the one for me. But why would you be willing to invest in a $40,000, $50,000 school times 4 becomes $200,000 for 4 years of your child's education, and you've not made sure they've seen the campus? Or nor have you seen the campus? We need to make sure our children visit the campuses, but when they visit, you can go to that. When they visit, make sure they're asking the right questions. I take kids on a college tour every year. This year we went over spring break. I had 49 kids travel with us on a college tour, and we make sure they probe with the right questions. Because what are their usual questions? Can I bring a car my freshman year? They don't even have a car. Why are they worried about bringing a car and they don't have a car? And then they say, well, how's the party life on campus? Why? Because you shouldn't be worried about going to the party, because you should be worried about what is the tutoring service like? Is it free? Do I have to pay? Is there a writing lab? Do you help me with my homework? Do you help me write my papers? Do you sign me up with a mentor? See, that's what they should be asking, but your kids are asking about driving a car, which you can't even insure them to go out of state with that car for the first year, because the insurance is already high once you put them on your insurance. And then they want to know, can they party? And that's okay because they are young kids, right? But we have to help them have a mindset change, so when they go, they want to know, what's the diversity on the college campus? What's the student to teacher ratio? Because if you're here in Wise and you're complaining about 35 kids in your math and science class, you don't want to go to college where 75 kids or 150 kids in your science class, and you can never reach out and touch the teacher. And they will never know your name. They will know a number on their roster that aligns you to that number, but they won't know you by face, nor will they know you by name. So those are important things when you're going on a college campus and you're visiting and you're taking your children. And I highly recommend, if you have not taken your children, they are juniors now, they should have a preliminary list of at least 15 schools they're interested in. Top it down to 10, and you guys need to hit the road this summer. Starting now, after probably June 10th, they're not going to be doing nothing up in this building. Let's keep it real. They're not going to do anything in this building. What? Them teachers is closing out grades by, because I know I did it. Packing up my classroom, taking down them posters all over the wall, because I don't want to be the last one here when it's stated to go, right? So you guys need to hit the road early. Start visiting college campuses. Now, usually I don't recommend you go when there's no one on campus, but they are juniors. Now, officially next month, they will be seniors. So you don't have time to wait next year for the campuses to crowd up. Take them this summer and make sure they have visited every college, unless you want them to create a list blindsided. I don't know how many students that I work with that have to have blindside lists because their parents have not taken them to see any college campuses. So they are trying to apply to schools, they're applying, but they've never seen the campus. So now they're applying, and then they're on the flip side going to see the campus. Now there's two sides to that. Most of them I'm recommending the school, so I already know they're great. I've been to see the campuses. So I can tell them all about the school. They just need to go and make sure they love it. But on the high side of that, some who are coming who want to go to certain schools that I might not have seen and their parents haven't seen, now they're at a deficit for saying, okay, I got to watch a video on a website to try and declare this is a school for me to apply to. That's not good, so I highly recommend you get on the road and go start seeing school with your students.